Second song.
Super immediate track.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, wrote the chorus as the opening line. I've never done that before. I've always been like, no, a chorus should be anticipated. A chorus should be at maybe the 40 to 1 minute mark of the song. You should drop your first chorus. You shouldn't start with the chorus. That's like giving away the ending at the start. Anyway, so I decided to break that rule.
Yeah.
You've done that a bit on this album.
Yeah.
You really pushed yourself and
Yeah.
we tried a lot of different things, but
Yeah.
this was one of the first songs you wrote.
Yeah, pretty early on.
Yeah.
It's the first run, I think, that we could all agree. As soon as we heard the songwriting demo that you sent us, we went, oh, that's on the record.
That's on the record.
Whatever this record ends up looking like, that is going to be on it.
Yeah.
Because it's so catchy and it just drums and pummels that chorus into your head.
Yeah, so it's about like the essence of the song is you could boil it down to this statement: learning to respond and not react to other people. So I worked with this guy whose name I won't mention, who would say the most amazingly racist things and then swear to you black and blue that it's fact because he experienced this particular behaviour from one person. And he could apply that to a whole race and would consider that to be not racism at all in the slightest. So it was just like, okay, this person is a result of their whole family framework. I.e., I was raised that all people are created equal and you should love one person at a time. And you shouldn't go, just because I meet a jerk doesn't mean that that particular race that person represents, they're all jerks, which is just absurd. But if you were raised to believe that, then there you are. So I'm just choosing to respond graciously because a person isn't who they are just because. They're because of X, Y, Z, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, but you can still vent to other people, but just try to respond, not react.
And in this song, it's about we're venting in the song because racism is something that we don't tolerate. We just don't have space for that. We don't stand for it. So it's hard for us who we don't think that way. So when other people have challenging opinions or thoughts, we want to show them the grace that we would hope to get in return for some time when we slip up.
Yeah.
Without condoning or agreeing with it and not being silent about it.
Yeah. I heard a good saying the other day that was like, if you find yourself wanting to react to something someone's saying, try asking the question, help me understand how you came to that conclusion. Help me understand, unpack those thoughts for me before I pounce on you.
Yeah, before my head catches on fire.
Yeah, because that might diffuse me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's strong vibes lyrically, but it's got a really positive kind of feeling to it, I guess. Like, it's definitely going to be a sing-along track.
And features me on piano. Gung.
Yeah.
That's me getting a text message. That's even going to stay in this video. You know what? Stuff it. And then the next chord. Dung. And I got a piano credit.
But you also did some other things that were different where you created a lot of space in the verses where you played very minimal guitar and it's just the drums and the bass. We're doing some fun little rhythmic things and I've got a bass line. Honestly, it's kind of lyrical playing, like we're supporting something you're doing vocally.
Yeah.
And when the guitars and everyone comes in together in unison, it's quite impactful. So fun dynamics.
It's all those moments of doing separate things, playing the same song, and then slamming the chorus right down the middle, saving that unity for that moment where everything aligns and you just slam it. So even in the intro stuff, I'm going to grab the guitar. Sorry, Nico. But instead of playing chords, it's like... I could have easily gone... And I just went, nah, that's what we would normally do. So a guitar riff instead, and letting Sean's huge bass sound and Nick's, thump and kick just carry it. Yeah, hope you enjoy it.
Track 2.